Liam Neeson is known today for his commanding presence and powerful performances, but even he had his fair share of awkward beginnings in Hollywood. The action star recently opened up about an embarrassing audition early in his career when he tried out for the role of Fezzik the Giant in the beloved 1987 fantasy film The Princess Bride. During a candid appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Neeson recounted the experience with a mix of humor and humility. At the time, he was still a relatively unknown actor, eager for big breaks and willing to try just about anything. So when he heard that casting was underway for a whimsical fairy tale film directed by Rob Reiner, he jumped at the opportunity. "I walked into the audition room thinking, okay, I'm tall, this could work," Neeson recalled. "But the moment I saw Rob Reiner's face, I knew I wasn't what they were looking for." Fezzik, of course, was eventually played by the late Andre the Giant, the legendary professional wrestler known for his immense size and gentle demeanor. Neeson, while tall at 6'4", was nowhere near the towering stature Andre brought to the role. Neeson said he quickly realized the scale of the mismatch when he stepped into the audition space. "Rob looks up at me and says, 'I asked for a giant.' And I said, 'Well, I'm taller than average.' And he just laughed, not unkindly, but definitely laughed." The role of Fezzik required more than just height. Andre the Giant stood at 7'4" and weighed over 500 pounds. His physical presence alone filled the screen, creating a lovable, soft-spoken enforcer who became one of the most memorable parts of The Princess Bride. Liam Neeson, on the other hand, was lanky and lean at the time, and completely unknown to American audiences. "I tried my best giant voice," he said, doing a deep, theatrical growl to mimic his audition. "But I think I just sounded like someone with a sore throat." What made the experience even more awkward was that Neeson didn't know exactly what he was auditioning for. "They didn't give me much context," he explained. "Just a few lines and a note that said, 'He's big, really big.' So I went in with a deep voice and my shoulders puffed out." According to Neeson, Reiner was kind about it, but the answer was clear. He said, "You're great, but not a giant." And that was the end of it. Despite the letdown, Neeson doesn't look back on the experience with bitterness. In fact, he says it was an important lesson in understanding typecasting and self-awareness. "I realized not every role is for you, no matter how badly you want it," he said. And also, giants are hard to fake. Neeson joked that the story has followed him throughout his career. "People still ask me about The Princess Bride, and I always have to say, no, I wasn't in it, but I tried." He added that seeing Andre in the role later confirmed the casting was perfect. He had this gentleness and physicality that no actor could have manufactured. He was Fezzik. You can't compete with that. Years later, Neeson would go on to become a household name, earning acclaim in films like Schindler's List, Michael Collins, and, of course, the Taken franchise, where his particular set of skills turned him into a late-blooming action icon. Looking back, Neeson says he's grateful that audition didn't work out. "If I had somehow gotten that part, who knows? Maybe I'd have been typecast as a fairy tale giant forever." Instead, the failed audition became part of the lore behind one of the most beloved fantasy films of all time, and a reminder that even the biggest stars sometimes don't get the part. "But hey," Neeson added with a grin, "at least I can say Rob Reiner once told me I wasn't big enough."